What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we back again. We back again. I know y'all like, oh my god, so you're gonna do this weekly? I just figured I might as well. I might as well. It's the episodes are really not that deep, but so far there has been something that I actually want to talk about to give us a little conversation or whatever about College Hill. Um, First of all, girl, why is Santana still there? Why is Santana still there? I just really don't understand it. Okay, for those that don't know, if you didn't see the title, this is College Hill season 3, Celebrity Addiction, episode 5. But here's the thing: so they got to do this policy bill or whatever, and that's like I guess one of their finals. Okay, and this is basically it feel like a group project, and we already know how that's gonna turn out for the most part. I don't know if they're gonna get it done correctly. I just know one of their people that's in the group is missing. And this policy bill is about homelessness, how to combat homelessness in Louisiana. So they're going to talk to, I guess, a senator or a congressman from Louisiana. Baby, let me tell you something. That'll make me so nervous. That'll make me so nervous. You want me? Don't put me in no classroom where I got to do all this. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna sit there. I do the work, but don't ask me to talk and present nothing or whatever because that just ain't my thing or whatever. No, because I will freeze up. I'll freeze up. I do not like public speaking. I don't care if it's only a few people, a big crowd of people. Girl, I just don't like it. Okay. But here's the thing: it's like the things that they have to do together is like group projects, okay? And I already told y'all in the previous episode, in the previous video that I did, I don't like group projects because one thing about it, you're not going to have me doing all of the work and you do absolutely nothing. And that is exactly what Santana is doing. It is pissing me off. And somebody said in the comments, well, I mean, Santana is actually doing what a lot of these students do when they go to school. They barely go to school. But here's the thing: I get it. I get it. But at the same time, you got to go to class at least once a week. Okay. You have to go to class. You can take off a few days. It's your responsibility as an adult because you're not a child. They're not going to hold your hand or whatever. But Chad, he is not trying to go to class at all. He is not trying to participate at all. He is all about himself. And I just don't understand why he is still there and why they haven't kicked him out yet. Mind you, this is the 3rd week. They got like 2 more weeks of this, okay? 2 more weeks of this, and they're about to get another class, okay? You already doing a final for a class, 2 classes. And I think one of the classes he didn't even show up at all. The professor never saw him before, in person. And it's the one about the history of Mardi Gras. Baby, if I would have went to Xavier, I definitely would have took that class. I definitely would have took that class because, when I went down to New Orleans, I'm gonna have to put my experience in it all the time. Like I feel like connected a little bit because I've been to New Orleans recently. I'm keep saying that. I'm keep saying it. Because y'all, let me tell you something. If you never went to New Orleans, y'all really need to go down into New Orleans. The food is everything for the most part. The accents is everything. It's so hospitable from the people. Um, it's just a good time. The history, and y'all know I'm a history buff, okay? So I love like they have a whole when they said in this episode, I think it was Claudia, one of them said something about how they have their own separate culture down there. It literally is, and they are prideful. And I love that. Girl, let me get a New Orleans, baby. Okay. But anyway, so you down there and they got the class about Mardi Gras. I definitely would have took that. And so I was surprised that they didn't take him to the Mardi Gras museum or whatever, because that's where I went to, learned a whole bunch of stuff. So when they were talking about the Zulu situation, I knew about it because of that. Because when I went in there, I said, I had the same reaction that Carlos had when he was like, so wait a minute. You mean to tell me you got white people out here doing blackface and this is okay or whatever? No, baby, we're not gonna do that. But you have to get into the history of it. And it's basically, from what I kind of remember or understand and take it is, how the way they use the N word against us as a negative, and then how black people took it, and we somewhat type of like we made it a positive amongst us sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like with some niggas, something like that. That's how they did it with the blackface. And the Zulu nation and all that stuff, and like flipped it on its head to make fun of those and all that. It's history. It's history. It's not what Carlos was thinking it was. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand being upset about the fact that you got white people that are literally out here, wearing blackface. But because we are in a sensitive time and all that stuff. But if you don't know the history, if you don't know the culture, if you don't have any understanding of it, sometimes it's better to just go ahead and research before we get so deep in our feelings and to understand the reason why certain things are happening, because one thing may not mean the other thing. And that's exactly what he saw once he actually went there to the parade and was able to talk to people, and his opinion about things changed. It wasn't as bad as he thought it was. Now listen, Carlos, you're gonna have to get it under control. You're gonna have to get it under control, okay? Like somebody said in the comments last week when we was talking about, him not one of his opinions about the homeless matter. Somebody was like, "Well, what's wrong with what he said and all this stuff and woo woo woo." And I said again, nobody had an issue with what he said. Okay, nobody had an issue with what he said for the simple fact that that's his opinion. I don't mind it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, as I said, everybody's supposed to have difference of opinions. If we all thought the same way, this world would be very, very boring. Okay, what would be the point? You know, but it was his tone, it was his deliverance. Okay, he was so aggressive and angry with it, and it was just like, calm down. You want us to hear your side and understand your opinion on it, and we want to respect that, but you're not giving us that opportunity because you're literally lashing out at us like we done something to you. You know what I'm saying? You're being very harsh, and you don't get anywhere when you do things like that. People don't respect you that way. People don't want to hear you when you convey your message that way. You know what I'm saying? And so he was kind of doing the same thing in this one, especially when he was talking to the professor who was trying to tell him what was going on. Mind you, this is part of their final. They had to go to the Zulu parade, talk to at least 5 people, get their experience. No, I think it was 5 people. I know they had to take at least 5 pictures. You know what I'm saying? Talk to some people, get their experience about being in the Zulu parade and, about Mardi Gras and all that stuff. Okay. And I would have loved to do something like that. That's, girl, y'all already know. Y'all already know. And I said that would have been fun. Now, see, everybody is all gun ho with this, except for Santana. Now, you said in the last episode that you was gonna go ahead. You made that situation and that promise to Carlos that you was gonna go ahead. You gonna start going to school. You gonna be doing what you have to do and everything. And now that it comes down to it, this is your final. You ain't never showed up to the class, and I feel like the Mardi Gras class probably was one of the easiest class. It's just literally history. You're literally just reading history and regurgitating what's going on and getting a clear understanding, and then partaking in the festivities. But yet you want to keep your ass at home and go to sleep because you keep going out at night and having a good time. And let me tell you something. You get down there in New Orleans, and depending on where you stay at, you will get caught up in the foray. Because we was right there. We was right there, baby. As soon as we go outside, girl, everybody was drunk in the streets. Okay, it was a good time. It was a good time. You couldn't help but do nothing but get lit up in the street, understandably, But that's not what you're down there for. And it's like he don't know how to balance his time. Like, go ahead and do your schoolwork, go to class, and then you can go kick it at night. Like, he don't know how to do that. I just said, you know what? I really feel like Santana is on here, and it ain't. I can't even say it's for promotion. I can't say it's for promotion of his music career or anything like that, because he hasn't brought that up. He's barely on screen, and if he is on screen, he in the bed sleep or he on the couch sleep. Let me tell you something. I feel like he came down there for a free trip. That's basically it. He didn't care about school, and he told us that at the beginning. Now, sometimes when people tell you something, you have to just listen to him. Now, when he first said that, he really didn't care about school and all that stuff, I really was just like, oh, okay, so this is gonna give you the opportunity to try to settle down and take some stuff. Girl, hell no. That man said, I'm finna be up in this bed. I'm finna be in the nightlife. I'm finna do what I gotta do. Yeah, I wanna do that work. You do that work. I'm not finna do it. And I'm like, you know what? It just showed me that you are not a team player. Okay, he don't care about anybody but himself. And I mean, I guess, I'm just shocked that we are about to be on episode. It's about to be on episode 6, and he's still there. They haven't kicked him out yet. I mean, technically speaking, he really hasn't done anything that means like very bad. Like on the last season when the fight broke out and they definitely had to get kicked out. He hasn't done nothing to that magnitude, but it's the fact that you are actively failing. You are actively failing on purpose and you are still there. Baby, expel him. Okay, expel him, so he can go out and do what it is that he wants to do. But anyway, so you got that going on, and they give their presentation, and I girl, when Nick got up there and said, "Oh yeah, yeah, I feel so much better than I did yesterday." Girl, I don't know what I took. Actually, I do know what I took. I've been on a regimen of taking some pain relievers, you know what I'm saying, and then I had gotten in the shower and I had turned the water on like early this morning because I had fell asleep like around 10 o'clock. I sat on the couch to go look at a movie, bitch, and I woke up. It was like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I said, "Damn!" So I went and took a shower, and I just had the hot water just running all on this side of me, and I mean, it soothed me so good, y'all. It soothed me so good, and then I just went on ahead and laid down on the opposite side, and then I woke up, and I did have a little bit of irritation, but I took a couple pills. Baby, I've been fine. Okay, I ain't. Ooh, well, let me not do that because that did kind of hurt. But the headache and all that stuff, I haven't experienced today. So I'm good. That's how come y'all getting this. That's how come y'all getting this, bitch. I had to give y'all an update. Side note, I'm gonna tell y'all something later at the end of this. Cause y'all, I had jury duty today on Tuesday. Bitch, I did not know. Let me tell you something. This is the drawback of living in an apartment building complex. Okay, because I don't check my mailbox every day. Because most of the time it ain't nothing but freaking you know, junk mail. Only time I check the mailbox is when I know something that I need is coming. That's it. And something that I needed came in today, and I wound up getting everything about. Girl, it was a whole bunch of shit up in there, and it was nothing but junk mail until I seen that summons that said, "Oh, bitch, jury's duty," and I opened it up, and it said, "You supposed to be there January. What is it? July 9th? That was Tuesday." Bitch, I was sick anyway. I couldn't even move my head. They told me, girl, I was scared, girl. I thought I was gonna go to jail. I thought I was gonna go to jail. Like, damn, I ain't even call or nothing. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? Because I did jury duty once before, and it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time for like an $18, $25 check. Bitch, are you serious? I was there that whole time and didn't do nothing. Girl, I guess. But they told me that, you know what, it's okay. They'll just give me another date. That's fine. I might not show up to that one either. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Um, that just goes to show how long that shit was up in the mailbox because they do give it to you in advance before the day, right? Exactly. They must have gave it to me back in last month. I haven't been in my mailbox for a minute. So hey, it is what it is. I guess this is a lesson for y'all to check y'all mailbox every day. Anyway, but what I said, so yeah, they did that, and they got up there. Nick said, now when I thought of Mardi Gras, I thought it was just gonna be white women, showing their titties and stuff. Mind you, this is his presentation that he is doing in front of the professor. I'm sitting here like, man, I watched this at 2 something in the morning, 3 something in the morning, okay, because couldn't sleep. I was just like, oh my goodness, did you really just say that? He really said that shit. But it was cool. It was cool. Everybody did a good job. Again, that was like an easy A. That was an easy A to just go around, get into the Mardi Gras festivities a little bit. You could partake in the alcohol and still do your work. And that's what they did. Minus Santana, okay? And then they had another situation where they had their other class that they had to go to, and they was doing debate. Okay, they was doing different type of debates or whatever, and they was in different teams and all that stuff. And it was like the girls on one team and the boys on the other team, but then Santana didn't show up, so it was just Carlos and Nick on their team, and they had to, pull the weight of everybody because he was missing. And of course, the boys lost. The boys lost because of the simple fact that when the girls, the women and the men started going against each other, it was a point where they were supposed to do a debate and then, let them talk, give their opinion, then you give the rebuttal. They was talking over each other. And because the women were making more sense about things, even though I felt like both of them was having decent arguments, it's just that Carlos and them, just mainly Carlos, was trying to interject over the women, and they was getting their feelings. Everybody was getting their feelings. They want to say that the men were getting emotional and all that stuff. Everybody, in my opinion, was getting emotional and just doing it too much, bitch. But then Nick took it so far. Nick took it so far. I mean, I did not expect this to happen, but it's just funny because, well, it's probably not funny to Claudia. Um, well, I know it's definitely not funny to Claudia, but it was funny to me because with everything that has been going on with the TGIF situation and then her being in the blogs because of that, people have been bringing up her past, okay? People have been bringing up old accusations of her being a colorist. Nick literally said, while she over there being a colorist, her white side came out because Claudia said, while the men over here, men have to wake up and they have to self-medicate themselves. And it was like, man, he got upset at that, right? Because in his mind, it's like you trying to make it seem like I do drugs, like I smoke weed and all that stuff and do drugs in the morning or whatever just to make it through. And it was like, I didn't say that you did drugs. I said self-medicate. I said self-medicate drugs. When we talk about smoking weed all the time, when we talk about waking up drinking alcohol, when we're talking about popping pills in the morning just to get by, baby, that's called self-medication. Okay, that is called self-medication. You are not getting this from the doctor. It's not being prescribed legally to you. This is self-medication. That is what it means. Okay. Claudia up here talking about, trying to make it semantics and all that shit. Girl, that is not what it was, okay? You knew exactly what you was referring to. I knew what you was referring to. And that's why Nick said, oh, that's your white side coming out trying to talk about people, whatever, putting us on blast like that, talk about black folks being a colorist. I said, I was like, damn, Claudia. Claudia was like, now, people know that that is a touchy part of me because, people, I had said some things in the past. People took you wrong and I made a joke and they did wrong. And that ain't even what I am. Now people want to say that I'm colorist and I don't want to have that, on me and all this stuff. And woo, I said, let me tell you something, Claudia. Claudia, no matter how you may feel, no matter how you say that you try to step away from that and try to do whatever it is to get away from that accusation, that is gonna be on your head for the rest of your life. Any and every time you do something or somebody perceive you doing something that's messed up or whatever, girl, they're gonna bring that up because that's exactly what they did with this whole TGI stuff. For people to not like you and to say that they don't like you, baby, they brought up the fact that she possibly colorist and possibly transphobic. Now I don't know about the transphobic thing, but I do know where they got the colorism thing from. And I was just like, damn, Claudia, that shit just gonna follow you for the rest of your life, okay? And Nick said, I don't give a fuck. I brought that shit up because he looked it up and he knew about it. And he did it on purpose because you want to put it out there, talk about something we have to self-medicate. But bitch, they call you a colorist, okay? I said, oh, and then she was on the phone. She was like, I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna apologize first, okay? I'm not gonna be the bigger person. Technically speaking, I wouldn't expect you to be because he did call you the colorist and you deep in your feelings and all that stuff. He hit you where it hurt. And so she was on the phone with somebody and she was like, I didn't cry like 4, 5 times today already. I was like, child, okay, Claudia, okay. I mean, I get it. You don't want your past being thrown into your face, but if it's something like this and you see how sensitive people are today, girlfriend, it's just gonna be thrown up in there. It's not going away. Never, ever, ever. Okay. But you got that going on. But eventually, Nick do apologize. He apologizes, and it's all to the good or whatever. She's okay. But here's the thing that gets me. Again, let's bring it around to Santana. Santana not only hasn't been to the class, he do show up to go to lunch on campus with the kids. I said to lunch? What? And it's the thing where Claudia and them, they wanted to talk to him because it's like You cannot be coming in the house. If you're gonna go out doing what you're doing, okay, that's fine. That's up to you. But don't come in the house disturbing everybody else. Okay. Don't come in because you drunk and you still kind of like, on wine. You still, your adrenaline still rushing and everything. You come in and you making noise and you knocking on the doors and all this stuff. In Black China, it was, I should say, Angela. She was the one that was really upset because she was like, bitch, you really were, knocking on the doors. And he was. He was knocking on the door. He was talking loud and all of that stuff. And he deserves to get cussed out. And let me tell you something, one thing about it. When I finally get to sleep, please don't wake me up. Please don't wake me up. Do not do anything to wake me up that is not important. Okay? Because I will curse you the fuck out. And I probably will beat your ass. Okay? Because one thing about it, I don't play with my sleep. I need that. We all need that. And how dare you come in and interrupt and disrupt us, especially when they was about to go do their finals the next day. And you coming in early and just being a a-hole because you don't give a damn, but they taking the shit serious, you know? And even if they ain't had nothing to do the next day, why would you want to wake up people out there asleep? That's so fucking inconsiderate. And then when they came out, he was just knocked out on the couch just snoring. Now, first of all, let me tell you something. For one big, listen, Santana, what you need to do is take your ass to your doctor and get a fucking, what is it, a referral to go to a sleep study. Because why you snoring like that? Why you snoring like that? Okay, you snoring extra loud, bitch, like a burly ass bear. Okay, please, please, you are so inconsiderate, and I just, oh my goodness, it was a cute little moment with Claudia and he hadn't even showed up to the freaking cheer practice after that one time we seen him. Okay. We do see Claudia and Angela, they do the track and all that stuff. But for the most part, this episode was kind of cute. It wasn't too deep, like I said. Um, I'm looking forward to next week though. Because some shit probably finna pop off and I want to see if they actually make it through that bill situation. And I actually think that's a good idea though. Like sometimes the interactive classes are good. I just don't really be here for some of it sometimes because I just don't be like, girl, what are we talking about? I don't. I just want to show up. Show up and let me read this shit, bitch, and that's just it. Okay, I don't need to participate. Me being here in the class is participation enough. Okay, that's part of my grade. I used to couldn't stand when the teachers like I literally had professors that had like they'll have our names on a stick, them little pixie sticks or whatever, and put it in the cup. And instead of just waiting for somebody to raise their hands to ask a question, they will literally ask a question and then pick somebody's name randomly out the cup. And I'd be praying so much like, oh, please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Please don't pick me. Especially when they used to, and I couldn't stand when they did that in the math class, okay? Because, bitch, once I got into college, math was not my thing. I said, girl, I knew 1 plus 1 equals 2. I know the square root of 64. Okay. I know how to multiply, divide, and all that other shit in fraction. But what is this other stuff that you are talking about? Why are you making it so complicated? And no, I am not about to answer your question because I'm not about to be looking stupid in front of the class like this. Girl, I be shitting myself, girl. Like, don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me. Thank God they didn't pick me. That's just how it be. But Santana gotta go. Santana got to go, or they got to pop his ass in the mouth or something. I don't know. He is not there to be serious. Granted, it's so crazy that we up here talking about them being serious when they are celebrities and they are getting literally a certificate and they are not getting a real degree. So he is literally treating this thing like this ain't gonna do nothing for me because once they leave, what are they gonna do with the certificate? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So that's how he treating it. So I guess. But y'all tell me how y'all felt. Um, I didn't even want to do a separate video for this, but I don't know if y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I don't know if you watch Funky Dineva. And I usually don't like to speak on other fellow YouTubers or whatever, but I just want to speak on this right quick because this has been a talk, and I don't really feel like it needs to be a separate video because other people have been talking about it already. But I just need to understand why is it that he went so hard on Keke Jabbar. She was a somewhat of a cast member of the show, and she recently passed away, right? And I just seen, the live that he did where he went hard on her, and basically it felt really personal. And I'm just like, did this girl do something to you? And it just feels like people are, the family, right? And yet you are cool with the people that is not cool with her within her family. And so therefore it feels like you're taking on a family issue and you going so hard. It just it I I love Q. I do like Q, right? I do like him. I respect him for the most part, but I also know that he can be very problematic. There's been a few times that I have come on my channel and I have spoken about some things that he has said and done that has actually offended me. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, and the last time that we had to call him out on something, I remember was the Chloe Bailey situation, talking about she's not cute and all this stuff, and she's trying to be something that she's not, and all this. And the way that he went so hard on her, then it was like almost like, did she do something to you? It was a personal attack, right? And that's the same thing that he did with Kiki Jabbar. And the reason why a lot of people feel some type of way is it's almost as if you're trying to rewrite history, and you're trying to make that woman seems like she the scum of the earth, and she really did something totally, totally bad to you and to the people around her. And what you're referencing is her time on the TV show. You're not referencing the fact that these people also have history that you know nothing about. And it's okay to give your opinions about certain things, but to make it so personal, I just don't understand that aspect. Because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that woman never met him and never did anything to him to give that harsh of a criticism about somebody who literally just passed last week, who literally just passed last week. And again, yes, I did feel some type of way about, some of her family coming out saying, that the show contributed to her mental instability and all this stuff, as if they was trying to blame it on the show and blame this or whatever. But at the end of the day, Kiki chose to stay on the show. Okay, so that's on her. That's on her. But also, we do know that them people didn't like her. You know what I'm saying? And from, I don't know, like the way that he was going, it was like from stuff that happened last year, not stuff that's currently happening or whatever. And I honestly, when they said that that lady passed away, I didn't think. I know she had an issue with drugs. Okay, I didn't think that it was a drug thing. I didn't think that, as he was saying that people probably thought that she unalived herself. That never came to my mind. And then, like, from the very first statement, that unofficial family statement that Wanda gave to that YouTuber when she read out and said that she passed away peacefully with family surrounding, I literally thought that Kiki had an illness that she succumbed to from listening to that. Because if you say that she passed away peacefully and family was there, everybody knew that you was sick or whatever, and they was just waiting for the time. They knew it was coming, and unfortunately it came. That's what I felt happened. And then they found out, they put out another thing saying that it was carbon monoxide poisoning in the car. She had fell asleep in the car, carbon monoxide poisoning in the garage. Okay. Either way, there has to be a time and a place that you say things. You cannot like a person, and I just feel like if you don't like a person, if you don't have a good feeling about a person, and you've never had anything nice to say about a person, you don't have to speak on him. I just feel like it. He didn't even. I know I seen people saying, you could have just said, "Well, rest in peace to her," and I give condolences and all that stuff, and move on. He honestly didn't even have to mention it at all. If you're gonna give this type of vitriol about somebody who literally just passed, who literally just passed and never did anything to you, we're not trying to rewrite history of how she was on the show or whatever. But at the end of the day, because I've had my criticisms of Kiki as well. But at the end of the day, I don't know the personal ins and out of that family. I don't know all of the things that they've been through throughout the years, and from the beginning till today or to the day before she passed away. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So therefore, I'm not going to take it seriously. I'm not going to go hard and give such a negative opinion about somebody who literally just passed and they didn't do anything to me. Even if I don't like a person, I'm going, and if people want me to mention something about them passing or whatever, or being sick, whatever, I'm just going to say, well, this person is sick and I just hope they feel better. Or this person passed, well, rest in peace to them and condolences to the family and friends. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go hard unless it's somebody that deserves it. Okay, you get somebody that's very much gutter and we think them do some very trifling shit that don't deserve our sympathy. That's one thing. But this was not the case. And then what bothered me about it was the fact that people that go hard on these I don't even call them celebrities, these pseudo reality stars or whatever. I don't even call them reality stars. These people that be on TV for a little second. Okay. You have to understand that yes, they put their business out there, but for you to go so hard when they have children, if anything, think about the kids, okay? You have imaginary beef with somebody that don't even fucking know you. And that's to everybody. I just don't get it. Like, I would never get on here and disrespect somebody that I know who has kids that can easily be on the internet watching, because I have heard that they do be looking at some of these reviews and these videos and all this stuff, and to hear all this negativity, like especially now about them. I don't understand when he does stuff like that. I don't understand people taking things so seriously, and again, we're not trying to rewrite history. And what I will say, some of the stuff that he said within his talk, it was correct, but it was just the vitriol and the timing of it. Like, you could have waited till next month. Let the family mourn and let them deal with their situation. Let them deal with their situation. We don't really need to be putting our two cents in, but the family needs to not put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I just really wanted to comment on that real quick. I just didn't understand it. I honestly know. And I just like, I'm not even that sensitive to certain things. And again, I even said that, I don't feel like so broken up about the way that about her passing. I was more so shocked because I had no connection to her. You know what I'm saying? She was just a person that was on TV for a period of time, and that's just what it is. But I felt more about the fact that her children are without a mother and she has young kids. She has young kids, That's what I felt bad about. But to get on here and just to go off so hard, like some of y'all fans and some of y'all reviewers and people that talk about this stuff, y'all just do too much. And I just will never understand it. I just will never understand getting so deeply involved in shit that really ain't got nothing to do with you. It's not affecting you one way or the other. I don't understand. We could talk about these shows, we could talk about these people, but why do we have to get so in our feelings about it? So in our feelings about it. You know what I'm saying? Um, I will say, like with me, one of the reasons why I didn't want to do College Hill, and I said that in the other video, one of the reasons why I didn't want to do College Hill this season was because Tamar was on it. And I did not want to seem as if I was coming off as so harsh and making my personal feelings that I have about her, because I actually had knew her and we did not have the best ending or whatever. I didn't want it to come off as if I was just being an asshole to her or whatever. And so I said, you know what, let me not just talk about it at all. That's the reason why I did not want to do the review for the show. But once I actually watched the show and I realized that, oh, okay, I can be objective. I can, be fair and everything and not put my biases in there. And she's been great on the show. Honestly, I have nothing negative to say about it. See how you could put your shit to the side? That's how I feel like everybody needs to do. Everybody needs to do. But see, it's different because I actually had a personal relationship with this person. Now, if I can do that, how come anybody else that don't have personal relationships with these other people that they be talking and going so hard, why do y'all can't do that? I just don't understand. But, anyway, y'all tell me how y'all felt about both these situations if you care to watch. I'll see y'all later. All right.